Hello, Crafty Friends. This is Jen from Katahdin Crafts, and today I have several cards to show you. My friend Carrie Rhoads from CarrieStamps.com suggested another fun challenge. This time we sent mystery packages to each other for our projects. The only rules we had were to send each other coordinating products, including some die cuts. We also needed to create our own cards from the same products we sent. Both of us sent a variety of supplies so choices could be made, and this was a ton of fun. I chose My Favorite Things, Horizontal Collage Cover-Up, Scripty Smile, and Mini Cupcake Makers for my die cuts. As you can see, I sent several different varieties of colors. I also sent some solid cardstock in case you wanted to color. Okay, so these are the supplies that we could work with for the first card, and I absolutely can't wait to see what Carrie came up with, but this is what I came up with. The first thing that I decided to do was layer the horizontal collage cover up. I wanted to create some dimension for the design that I was thinking of. I wanted the white on top, but I thought that I could see from the side angle that we could see those colors so that they would still be there a little bit, which I'm pretty sure it did achieve. And then I decided that I would do the same thing with the smile die. So I just went ahead and weeded those out, and then I stacked those on top of each other, as you can see there. And then I chose to go with the silver top, and I didn't use the red. And when I adhered the silver, I kind of did it off to the left just slightly, so therefore it looks like there's a shadow behind it. I really like that look. Next, I took my frame and I adhered it to my yellow cardstock base. Just used some liquid glue. Liquid glue always gives you a little bit of wiggle room when placing, especially something so large as the frame. And now I wanted to play around with my squares and that rectangle a little bit just to see what color patterns I wanted. I just was trying to balance it out a little bit with the color. Then put the smile right there in the center. And now I got to play with the cupcakes and how I wanted those to be arranged. Well, first I did the dot for the smile, which I will admit that was a little tricky to do just because it's so small. My fingers didn't really want to work well with that, but I got on there. I wanted a variety of different cupcake flavors. So this one is my strawberry frosting, and I used R20, R21, and R22 just to get some shadows. You can kind of see when you die cut those cupcakes, the mini cupcakes from My Favorite Things, there's little indents where the swirls kind of go through. So that's where I highlighted and shadowed. And then for my chocolate, I used E34, E35, and E37. Again, just working on those shadows, a very simple coloring, blending them out just a little bit. So now I have a strawberry and a chocolate, and I'll leave one of them white so I can have a vanilla. And then for my cherry stem, I took the back of one of the cherries that was cut out in white, and I just colored the stem in G07. And then I snipped off the stem from the white or the red glitter, and then I just adhered that on top. And now I'm just playing with the cupcakes to see how my balance will look. And there's all sorts of candles and sprinkles and like little dots in the set. So I had a lot of different variety of color to play with. And now I'm just going to glue in those squares and pop them back in to place. So if you hear background noise, I apologize. But as you know, the rest of us, I'm having a hard time finding any quiet time right now in the house. Everybody's always here, which is good. I'm keeping them safe at home. For the vanilla, I decided to put a little bit of shadowing on there with some, and there is the piggy in the background. For the shadow on the vanilla cupcake and the wrapper, I used CO or C0. And now I'm just going to attach all of the cupcakes to the frosting to the wrappers. And then continue on assembling the card. It was really a pretty easy card to do. Just a lot of gluing. And like I said, a lot of sprinkles. You can see how those little tiny sprinkles in there. So I just glued those on randomly on the cupcakes to decorate them and embellish them a bit. Yeah, we're definitely having a noisy Sunday morning here with all the animals and the kids. But I guess I really wouldn't have it any other way. It just makes it a little bit trickier to do voiceovers on a video. If you've been doing anything outside of your box during this quarantine, I would love to hear it in the comments. We are actually doing a family Olympics this afternoon. We've done a Mexican restaurant with my younger children, and then last week I had another child that did a Japanese steakhouse. And we've done marathons of games. We've did a Lego challenge. We're trying to do anything that we can outside of the box and, take this time that life has slowed down to actually bond as a family. And it's been that part of it has been really exciting and nice, actually. I did some shadows on the cupcakes with a Jelly Roll white pen. And again, I'm just adding more of those sprinkles. And then I decided with the strawberry that I wanted it to have a little bit of a different look, so I put a little glossy accents on there. And then I just had to set that aside for the evening and let it dry because it takes a little bit, and I was a little thicker in my application of it. So I'm going to assemble the rest of the card. Just get it all glued. The Lego challenge was fun. I came in dead last, but I had fun doing it. We took a couple hours, actually. And now I'm used a little of Alt New ink, and I put on I have cake. So smile, I have cake. I used Caribbean Sky for the color in that, and they were honeybee stamps that I used for the I have cake. And it was the next day, and I went ahead and I attached that last cupcake, and I used my bone folder to get a nice crease in the card, and there you have it. That is what I came up with for the challenge with the stuff that I sent out to Carrie. And she is in Idaho and I am in Maine. So it's pretty exciting to meet somebody on Instagram and become Krafty Friends and have all this fun together. So this is the package that I received from Carrie. And you can see I got some pretty cool goodies in there. Carrie does these really nice gel press prints, and I am jealous. I haven't gotten into that yet, but I really love watching her videos. And so I was excited when I realized that she sent me several of her gel press prints. So that was exciting to work with them. And I'm going to be watching her videos soon and placing an order and getting my own stuff for that. And then she sent me some popsicle bases and some cool gems. I believe that those are the ones that she uses quite often that she really likes. Some popsicle sticks and a cute little crocheted flower. And then, of course, she was way better organized than I am and sent me a beautiful card that she had made with a nice note in it. I love that. She's super talented. Okay, so I chose to go with the orange with the green and the pink, but pink and orange combination are some of my very, very favorite combinations. I love pink and orange together. With this first popsicle, I decided to make it look like a watermelon. So I did some cutting with it. And then I just did a strip of the orange to fit on the card base. And I'm assembling my watermelon popsicle. You can see, very simple. Just snip off the little white excess. Now with the challenge, we were allowed to use any stamp set that we already owned. And right here, I used Nouveau drops in dark walnut to make my watermelon seeds. I put the dot on, then I dragged it just a little bit because I wanted to give it that little bit of a seed look to it rather than a dot. A little bit of oblong. And then again, I'm going to set that aside and wait for the night so I can finish that and it's really nice and dry. And then I'm going to go ahead and set the rest of my card. Well, look at that magic. It's the next night. And put my stamps on there. I used a Lawn Fawn set for this. For the stamps from Here's the Scoop. You Are So Sweet. Used my stamping platform with Lawn Fawn's jet black ink. And I did that several times because it's a little bit of a textured cardstock that I was stamping on. So just to get all the nooks and crannies there, I did that several times, which all the stamping platforms and the Misties are great for that. I wanted to attach my popsicle stick and then put my base on. And there you have it. You Were So Sweet with a cute little watermelon popsicle. Loved it. I pop dotted that up, and that helps with the popsicle stick for the dimension of that to keep that steady. And then I put on some of these cool jewels that she sent me. I love them. I can see why she likes to work with them. And I actually really love this card. And then I was a little overzealous and I decided Well, first I'm going to put on a little bit of Doodlebugs twine, just to add that little bit. I think I did it in yellow. Add a little bit of embellish, a little bit more to that. I really like it. And then I decided that I wanted to do more. So I went ahead and tried to figure out what I was going to do. And then I needed to add another, to where the green popsicle that I cut, I wanted to add it back and make that a full popsicle again. So I just measured out some of that yellow and I used my corner rounders and rounded the corner. And I just assembled it back and made my own full popsicle again. And then to cover up that seam, I just grabbed some washi tape in coordinating color and put that on there. And that was just from my stash. And then put the chocolate sauce, or the chocolate dip top, I guess is what it would be. Put that right onto the orange. And you can hear the dogs in the background, sorry. And then I had some sprinkles in my stash, so I went ahead and I put those into all the little open spaces of the chocolate dip top. I thought that was a cute little embellishment to add some interest and some dimension, some texture there. And so that took me just a few minutes. And again, it's a very busy household this morning in the Hartsgrove world. Everybody is definitely getting a little, cabin fever. We're just finally melting our snow here in northern Maine, which is nice, so the kids can get out. But now it's turning into a little bit of mud season. And so with mud season, we do have a pet pig. My daughter really wanted a pig for many years, and so we broke down and got it last year. She's as cute as can be, but last weekend, she discovered mud for the first time. Now she's over a year old, and this was the first time she rolled in the mud, and man, it was a piggy mess. We had to give her a bath right away. It was pretty cute though. You can find it on my Instagram. I put a couple pictures on. So now I'm stamping on a sentiment from Honeybee's Sweet Treats and using Altenews Warm Sunshine ink. And it says, "For a Sweet Friend." And now I'm just putting a little bit of that Doodlebug twine on each of these popsicle sticks. I just thought that was a nice finishing touch. And then I'm going to pop dot those up as well. And you can see I kind of changed up the green one. I did a little bit more dimension on part of it and a little less on another, just to make it sit perfectly on each other. Put that card base down. I do love all the colors from the gel press. That's pretty cool. Okay, just assemble those. And like I said, I just played with the dimension a little bit and then added a couple more of those cool jewels. I wanted to make it a little bit higher for stabilization. And just attach those. I just used my Lawn Fawn liquid glue to attach those down, and they dried. It dries clear. And then there you have it. My second card from Carrie. I love it. I love both of them. This was such a great challenge. It was fun. And we do plan on doing it again in the future. As always, thank you very much to Carrie Rhoads. You can find her at carriestamps.com and on Instagram at Carrie Rhoads. And if you haven't liked and subscribed, I'd appreciate your support for below, and check out my website at katadandcrafts.com. Stay safe, everybody. Take care.